Right, we're on to example 1, and we're going to construct a Pareto chart. And if you read it, it says that a strawberry farmer would like to know which of his workers are the most efficient, the better workers. And he sent his workers out for an hour to see how many punnets of strawberries they could pick. And the results are in the cumulative frequency table below. Right? So we can see straight up that Bill and Fran are the best workers. Bill got 30 punnets, Fran got 28. Then it drops down rapidly to Anne, who only got 9 punnets, and then it gets just worse from there. Okay? So one thing you might notice here is that when you do a Pareto chart, your frequency table needs to be ordered. You need to have the highest frequency at the top, and then the frequencies go down as you go down each row. Very, very important that this is done. Now, let's do what it says in question A. Let's fill in the blanks on the above table. So our cumulative frequency, the first row is the same, and then it accumulates. 30 plus 28 is 58, plus 9 is 67, then 72, 74 when we add the 2, and finally plus 1 makes 75. So this is our cumulative frequency column. Now we've got to find what's called our cumulative percentage. Now we do the percentages using some calculations, and you might remember you put an amount over a total and you times it by 100. Now for the very first row we have a frequency of 30, so that's the amount that goes at the top, and the total is 75 because there's 75 punnets picked all together. 30 over 75 times 100 is 30 divided 75 times 100 is 40. Alright, so let's do this in blue. This is 40%. Alright, the next one, you take the cumulative frequency each time. So the next one's going to be 58, because it's 58, over 75. They're all going to be over 75 times 100. 58 divided 75 times 100 comes out, if we round it just to 77%, and then we're going to do 67 over 75 times 100, which is 89%. Just going to round it to the nearest whole percent, then 72 over 75 times 100 is 96%. And we'll work out the rest of them. We've got 74 over 75 times 100, which comes out to 99%. And the last one will be 100% always for Pareto charts. Okay, so we've done question A. We've filled in the above table. Now we're going to construct our Pareto chart. Okay. Now each worker will just call them after the first letter of their name. All right. Just makes it easier, otherwise our chart's going to get really crammed. So Bill is this one, then we've got Fran, Anne, Erin, Chen, and Dave. Okay, and then on the left we'll have our frequency. Now, very important, I'm going to write this down. It's quite hard for me to write sideways, I'm going to be honest. Frequency. Okay, I really want to point out it's frequency, not cumulative frequency. Really important here. So this goes up to 30. So we'll go 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, and once again, I'm going to cheat and use the rectangle shape. Here we go. Alright, so Bill had a frequency of 30, so he's going to go right to the top. And then we have 28 for Fran, so just slightly less than Bill, just guesstimating where these graphs will go. Then we've got Anne, which had a frequency of 9, so much, much lower. And then it just gets worse, then 5. And 2, then 1. Okay, so it's kind of like a bar graph we're drawing here, representing the frequency of each person, the number of strawberry punnets each person got. Okay, now on the right side, this is our percentages. So we'll just put a just write percentage, and we'll go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. And to be more specific, it's not just our percentage, it's our cumulative percentage. Okay, we don't want people just putting percentages that haven't been accumulated. Alright, so rub all that working out, and we'll write down cumulative percentage. Alright, now what we're going to do to represent the cumulative percentage, we're going to draw more your line type of graph, okay, which is a bit like your polygon. And we'll do it in red. So what we notice is that Bill had 40%, so we're going to go Bill and 40%, we're going to line it up right there and put a point. Okay, then Fran was 77%, so 77's up about here, is Fran. Next is Anne at 89%, then Erin at 96%. Right up about here. It's quite difficult because they're getting close together. Chen 99, almost on 100, and then the last one's going to be 100%. Ooh, just having a sneeze attack here. All right, now we're going to draw nice straight lines. I'm going to cheat and draw my straight lines. My dots are not great here at the top, but it's just quite difficult when you're drawing something so small. Alright, so for this one we don't start in the corner, we just go from dot to dot, and we'll make this red and increase the weight of the line. It's a bit better. Alright, there's one line, next line, third line. Nice and straight from point to point. Basically straight already. Okay. And we like to finish it connecting it to the 100%. Okay, now that's our Pareto chart done. It's been drawn up. Now I've grabbed my green pen. And what we're going to do, for the 80-20 rule, what you do is you find the 80%. And then you draw sort of a dotted line across until you meet your line graph here. And then you come down. Now it's a bit hard to see that green. I'll have to change back to red, I think. No, actually we'll pick black. So we've met at a point here. And then we're going to come down like so. Alright. Now when we look at this black dotted line that comes down, this is really important. Anything to the left of the black dotted line represents your 20%. Okay? So to the left of the black dotted line is Bill and Fran. Bill and Fran represent the 20% of employees who do 80% of the work. So decide who are the most efficient employees. Bill and Fran, who represent the 20% who do 80% of the work.